Welcome to a special edition of the Poke Report. We are so excited to bring you the show from Arlington, Texas, as we follow the Cowboy baseball team as they take on Sam Houston State tonight. We are going to break down what you need to know about the Cowboy baseball team this year, as well as recap their last series against Vanderbilt, and finally we'll cover the new NCAA rankings. So grab some peanuts and Cracker Jacks and let the Poke Report take you out to the ball game. Welcome back to the Poke Report. I'm Kylie. It's still the middle of February, but OSU baseball is well underway. The Pokes are off to a great start this season with a 2-1 record. Last weekend, they played the Vanderbilt Commodores in the first series of the season, which they won. Vanderbilt is one of the top-ranked teams in the nation. The Cowboys lost their first game of the season after being shut out, but rebounded by picking up their first win of the season on Saturday by a final score of 4-3. Then OSU pushed the series on Sunday, winning 7-5 thanks to a 9th-inning rally. To give us a full breakdown of the Vanderbilt series is Will Harmerson.
Thanks, Kylie. Before traveling down to Arlington, Texas, the Cowboy baseball team made a trip down to Nashville, Tennessee this past weekend to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores in a 3-game series. There wasn't much action for the Pokes in Game 1, as the Pokes would be down 3 through the first 4 innings. The Cowboys would leave the bases stranded in the third after David Menham would strike out looking on this pitch. The Commodores would turn this double play just after the Pokes were gaining momentum late in the game. Caden Trinkle would strike out looking on this pitch to seal it late for Vanderbilt. To game number 2, the Cowboys would jump out to an early lead in this one, leading 2-0 after Houston Morrow would score on this sac fly. Marcus Brown would also later score in the inning. Later to the 4th inning, Caden Trinkle would double this pitch to right field, bringing in Griffin Dorshing to score. Roman Fansocker would pitch in relief for the Pokes in Game 2 in 4 innings, allowing only 1 run with 3 Ks. Trevor Martin would finish the game for the Pokes, saving with 3 Ks in the 9th. Cowboys win 4-3. To game number 3, Griffin Dorshing would come up huge on the offensive side for the Pokes as he finished 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Vandy and the Cowboys would trade blows early until a late 3-run rally in the 4th inning gave the Cowboys the lead. The Commodores would come back later in the 8th with a rally of their own against Cowboys pitcher Cale Davis. Later, into the 9th, Houston Morrow would get the ball rolling with a single, as well as Jake Thompson doubling to take the lead late. Griffin Dorshing would drive in Thompson with an insurance double of his own to give the Pokes the seal in the season opening series for Oklahoma State. The Cowboys look to ride this momentum back into Arlington. Back to you, Kylie.
Thanks for catching us up to speed, Will. From the looks of it was pretty cold to the Cowboys last weekend in Nashville, where temperatures in the mid-30s. But the Cowboys have a chance to warm up tonight in a dome-covered stadium. But before we talk about the Cowboys' opponent, Sam Houston State, we're going to talk about the NCAA baseball rankings. The Cowboys now find themselves in the top 5 teams in the country. Roger Gueston has all the latest on that.
The Big 12 Conference is looking strong in the NCAA baseball rankings. There are currently 4 Big 12 teams ranked in the top 20. Texas Tech is currently ranked 20th. The Red Raiders started off their season with a win over Michigan. However, they were not so lucky in their following 2 games, as they went on to lose 2-1 against Auburn and then got beat down by 11th ranked Arizona. In spite of having a 1-2 record so far, Texas Tech remains one of the best in the country. In 17 players are the current Big 12 champions, the TCU Horned Frogs, who come off with a 2-1 record. They won their first game against San Diego State. Their next game would be a 7-6 loss against Cal U, and their third game would be a comfortable win over the University of Houston to climb back up in the rankings. The number 1 ranked team in the nation are the Texas Longhorns. Last year, the Longhorns were the only team in the Big 12 Conference to make it to the College World Series. This season, they started off by dominating the 3-game series against Rice University, in which they scored 36 runs and only allowed 3. The Longhorns are living out to their potential and threatening to win the Big 12 and the national championship this season. And ranked 4th in the NCAA are the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who come from a 3-game series against Vanderbilt. The Cowboys fell short in their season opener but will bounce back and win the following 2 games. They will look to keep that momentum going tonight.
With Oklahoma State being ranked so high, they know that in order to keep the rankings, they must dominate opponents like Sam Houston State tonight at Globe Life Field. If the Cowboys are able to take care of business, we may soon be talking about not if, but when they make it to Omaha.
If the Cowboys finish the season in the top 8 and win regionals, they are guaranteed to host Super Regionals at O'Brien Stadium in June. For the Polk Report, I'm Rodrigo Solis.
We will definitely be on the lookout for that. Thank you, Rodrigo. Being a top 5 team definitely is an honor, but it also puts a target on the Cowboys' back as a team to beat. One team looking for a top 5 win is the Sam Houston State Bearcats. The Bearcats won 3 of their last 4 games against the reigning Big Ten champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Sam Houston State is definitely a team that does not want to be overlooked, and they are going to do that. For more on that, we're going to go to Dalton Spencer on the field at Globe Life.
Thanks, Kylie. Well, before we get to Sam Houston State, during batting practice, I almost got hit by this baseball before we went live. So that's fantastic, and it goes in perfectly with what we're about to bring in. Sam Houston State is a high-scoring team. They scored 28 runs in a 4-game series against Nebraska, where they took home 3 of the games. Now, another thing is they also give up a lot of runs, allowing 21 runs in the 4-game series. So that could be what gets Oklahoma State's bat going tonight.
Batting 9, playing right field, number 20,
Dalton, I want to kind of switch angles here. What can you tell us about the Cowboys? Who are players that you're
starting on the mound for the Bearcats.
A big game tonight. I think that anyone who steps in the batter box for Oklahoma State has a chance to really go off tonight because of how poor pitching has been for the Bearcats over the last 4 games. Actually, they had one real good game where they only allowed 1 run, but other than that, it has been subpar pitching for Sam Houston. So anyone who steps into the batter's box tonight has a good chance of having a game of their life here at Globe Life Field.
It should be very interesting to see who steps up tonight. So as we're talking about individual players, what are some stats that you can tell me about these players?
If I had to pick one player to really ball out this year, it's got to be pitcher Justin Campbell. Last year he had a 2.57 ERA. Sure, in the series against Vanderbilt, he had an ERA that was over 6, but that is definitely going to go down as more starts come around for Campbell over the season. He's a Golden Spikes Award list candidate, and he's going to play like it, if I had to guess.
All right, finally, Dalton, you're at Globe Life Field. What can you tell me about the atmosphere there?
The atmosphere is major league, let me tell you. Absolutely fantastic. Everybody that walked in here earlier while I was going through is just have the biggest smiles on their face. And honestly, it's making me excited for some baseball.
All right, thanks, Dalton. To wrap up our OSU baseball preview show, let me walk you through Globe Life Field and talk to some fans and really show you what it's like out here. Welcome to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. We're here as the Oklahoma State Cowboys take on the Sam Houston State Bearcats. We're so excited to take you through all of the action here today, so follow me. Globe Life Field actually opened in 2020. It's a little over 48,000 fans in here. It has a retractable roof so that it can be indoors or outdoors depending on the weather. So I'm here with Angela Stevens, who just came up to me. Turns out she knows both of my parents who graduated from Oklahoma State in 1995. why are you in Texas?
I live here in this area and we love Oklahoma State baseball, so we always come out and watch whenever we can. So I'm just happy to be here.
Hey you guys, so we are walking right now through the field access, so we are going to go onto the field, but I could eventually get up and personal with all of the team. This is Brock. He is helping me out today, and we are going to also help him do some shots of his own. Hey Cowboys, we are in the middle of the bottom of the 6th inning. We're actually in our field access spot right next to Sam Houston State's dugout. Not only does that offer a great view of the field, but it also offers the ability to see some of the communication between players and coaches as the game goes on. The game is actually scoreless right now, which comes as a surprise since Oklahoma State just beat Vanderbilt, allowing them to move up into the 4th ranked spot in the NCAA rankings. What's the best part of playing the game today?
For me, it's good to see Ryan Bogus. I see him pitch. I played with him in high school.
Are you having fun? Yes. Yes, do you love Cowboy baseball? Yes. It is the top of the 9th and the score is still tied 1-1, but despite those last scores, we're seeing a super fun atmosphere. We've gotten to talk to some super cool people, so let's hope the Cowboys can pull out the win. Tragically, the Cowboys lost here tonight at Globe Life Field 6-3. We are very proud of our Cowboys, but they went into the 10th inning after tying in the first 9. The Bearcats scored 5 in the 10th inning, while the Cowboys could have only possessed 2. For the Poke Report, I'm Kylie Austin, and we hope you'll join us next time. And that does it for this edition of the Poke Report. Now, before we head back to Stillwater, I think I'm going to sit down and enjoy some baseball. As always, go Poke!